Hey guys, SinisteR here, this time with a mod review slash tutorial how to use mods. This is quite an old mod. I believe it was brought into the game in 2014, so 8 years ago. So obviously this is a pretty basic mod, but the author of this mod classifies it as a beginner sniper mission, and a long time ago in 2015 it got voted as one of the best standalone single player missions available for Arma 3 at the time. I have tried it, so this is not going to be a blind review, and it's definitely basic, but it's quite a good introduction to the game's sniping mechanics and some different things that you can do in the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this video as an opportunity to show you how to download the mod, get started in the mod, and then without spoiling the mission itself, I'm going to give some tips and tricks to make the mission itself a little bit easier for first time players. And I'm just going to also include a little section that will have a prerequisite, a suggestion as to what I suggest you do before you play the mod. Just a very quick overview of sniping, because if you go into this blind, you are probably going to struggle a little bit, but I will also talk through sniping a little bit in the video. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you are going to go to Steam. So you're going to navigate over to Steam over here on your screen, like I have right now, and you are going to search for Sniper Alley. So to get to this screen, you just go to your library, you click Arma 3, and if it's not in your home page when you go here, you simply navigate to the workshop button. Okay, so the workshop button will bring you to this screen, which is essentially all the standalone mods for Arma 3, of which there are hundreds of thousands, which is probably to be expected for a game that is this old and this popular. So what you want to do is you want to just type in Sniper Alley. So that's SniperAlley. And so what you do is you go here. Now, there's been a few different iterations of this. What you want to do is you want to choose the one that's from Nightfire, and Sniper Alley, and it has 5 stars. If this image isn't showing up on your screen, the easiest thing to do is to sort by most popular. Anyway, you get this, you simply go in here and then you click the subscribed button, and then you'll see that the mod is downloading, and then you're done. That's pretty much it. Alright, so we're now in the Arma main screen. Everyone who's watching this video, I have no doubt, has seen this screen many times. I've no mods, I've no nothing loaded up. This is it. So to access the mod, you simply go into single player and scenarios. However, before you do that, my strong suggestion is to go into showcases and do the marksman showcase. This will give you the basic understanding of how to use a sniper rifle in the game. If you don't want to do that, that's absolutely fine. This is a beginner sniper mission, the mod that I downloaded, so you do not need this by any stretch of the imagination. You can just go into this mod blind. So you can either choose to play, or you can just click back, go into single player, and go into scenarios. Now you'll see I have plenty of missions and mods and things in here, but what you're looking for is simply Sniper Alley. So hover your mouse over it, click it, and then click restart. Or sorry, you're not going to have the restart option your first time. You're going to have a play button. You're just going to have play here in the corner, right? So in my case, I'm just going to restart it, and then we can start the mod from scratch, and we can see what it's all about. Alright, so this is the mission screen. So a few things you can look up here. You can see what the situation is. You get your mission here in the execution tab. So this is what you need to do. Some tips on how to play the mission, and that's it. So to actually load into the game and start your mission, click continue here in the bottom right hand corner. And once you do that, you're going to get a really cool cinematic and introduction to the mission. So let's play it out. And I'm going to skip forward to this part of the video because You don't need to see this, and it's a bit of a spoiler. Alrighty, the helicopter has landed us at the mission, so there's a couple of things I would just suggest you do straight off. I would press M on your keyboard to open your map and get your bearings. You should be on this hill here, and you're going to spawn with the M320 LOR. Now, let me tell you, this is the best sniper rifle in the game, and you're also given the LPRS scope, which is also the best scope in the game. So straight off the bat, you can play the mission and you can start the mission like this, and you will be very, very successful. So at this point, the mission is completely yours. However, there's 3 tips I'm going to give you, okay? The first one is open up your map, and if you go to tasks, you can see you've got eliminate target Alpha, eliminate target Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and Echo. What you can do is you can actually click on each one of these. It will give you a bit of intel as to about what each of them are. So our first objective here is target Alpha. Target Alpha has been causing havoc amongst our supply route. The target has probably been holding up in the stadium area. So this sounds like it's probably one target, and if they're in the stadium, they're probably a static target. They're probably in one place and they're just picking people off. That's generally how the intel works. Whereas if you go to maybe something like Delta here, it says Intel has informed us that the officer in charge of the sniper formation is stationed in one of the buildings. So potentially this target is not actually outside, and this could be a close quarter engagement. Take him out. It is likely he is not alone. So this is a multi-target objective. So this kind of gives you an idea of the kind of targets you're going to be hitting. Okay, so you can choose whichever objective you'd like to do first. Alpha is the closest, but if you don't want to do Alpha first, if you want to do Charlie, you simply click here and you can go put your mouse over unassigned and click assign, and then you get that as a target, and then it will appear on your mini map as 2.5 kilometers away. Okay, so it's up to you what you want to do. For the sake of this, I would just suggest taking Alpha. Okay, now the next tip I will give you, and this is going to make this scenario or this mod quite trivial. It's going to make it a lot easier to identify targets. And so if you don't want to do this, feel free. And if you just want to have that, make it a little bit easier, you can take this item and then you can replace it for the next time you run the mod. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to go into these boxes. There's 4 boxes here. So you can walk up to this box and press I on your keyboard. The default button is I, and you'll see there's plenty of rounds. There's different weapons and different kind of loadouts and things like that. So you just want to find one of the boxes, and you want to find an item called a designator, a laser designator. So you see this one here, right here, laser designator. Okay, so you just take it and you drag it and you put it into this slot over here, and then to look through your laser designator, you just press B, and then you get a view of your laser designator. So I'll go into a little bit more detail on this in a minute, but this is a completely optional part of the scenario. If you are brand new to sniping and you're struggling to find your targets, use the laser designator, and I will show you why in a couple of minutes. Okay, and then the third tip I have is simply, if you want to travel rather than walk to each of your locations, so you can see that the first target from here, I can't see it right now, it's just there, it's about 1 kilometer away, right? So you probably don't want to walk a kilometer. So what you can do is you can simply select this quad, walk up to it, and in the top left hand corner you'll see an option, get in quad bike as driver, get in quad bike in the back, or inventory. So just go into quad bike as a driver and press spacebar, and now you're going to jump up on top of your quad. At this point, like I said, the mission is completely yours. You can do whatever you like. I'm just going to go to target Alpha, and I'm just going to show you where this target is. If you do not want to know where the targets are, you can now stop watching this video. But if you just want to see how to identify a target, how to use the laser designator, and to use the scope on your gun, on your sniper rifle, I'm going to go through that section now. Okay, so because I'm pretty competent at sniping, I have decided to move just slightly outside the base. There's a little church to the east. You can see it marked on the map here with a cross. I'm going to use this church and I'm going to try and identify my target, which is going to be about 1 kilometer away. If this is your first time, feel free to go as close as you want to this target. The red area is where they will shoot you back, so don't go into the red area. Obviously you're using a sniper rifle as well, so you don't really need to go that close. Another good option would be here, this location here, 176 meters above sea level. That'll be a very big hill and you'll get a very clear shot at your target, but I'm just going to use this location here for the sake of the tutorial. So to exit your bike, scroll your mouse wheel till you get out, and just get out and press spacebar. Okay, so just run over to these rocks, and then I would suggest just finding a rock and just lying down prone. So to go prone, press Z as default on your keyboard, and your target is in this area somewhere. Okay, so you can do this. You can press the plus and minus button on your keyboard to zoom in and out. Okay, so he's not on this hill, he's not over here. Okay, so I'm struggling to see him. Okay, now for most people that's fine. However, if you're really struggling to see your target, with the laser designator you can press the button N for November on your keyboard, press it twice and you go into a thermal mode. So you can see there's a heat signature over there. That's not a person though, I'm not sure what that is. Oh, there's someone. So there's our target. So this is what they look like without the heat signature from far away. This is what they look like with the heat signature. So it's a big difference. This is why the laser designator makes this so much easier. Okay, so when you've identified your target, line up the reticle, the red reticle on the target, and press T. And as you can see at the top of my screen, where RNG for ranges, it says he's 987 meters away. Okay, so this is really important information. So repeat that, line up your reticle, press T, and it's 988 meters away. Okay, so take out your sniper rifle by pressing the 1 button on your keyboard, so the first weapon slot. Deploy a bipod by pressing C. So as you can see, I've deployed my bipod. Now this spot's a bit awkward, I need to move so my gun is facing down. Okay, now I've identified my target as being 988 meters away. In the top right hand corner you can see I have the M320 equipped. It has 7 rounds of ammunition and it has 5 magazines. But in the bottom left of that top screen you'll see 500 meters. 500 meters is the distance that the target or the sight is going to fire accurately. To change this, press page up or page down on your keyboard. Page down will put it down by 100 meters. Page up will put it up by 100 meters. So in this case I want to put it up to 1000 meters. Okay, I then want to find my target and I want to zoom in with the plus key. Okay, so you'll see that when we zoom in on our target, there are reticles, there are small dots on either side of the reticle. The dots to the right and left are to account for wind. In this case there is no wind, so you don't need to count for it. And the reticles going up and down, so on the vertical axis, are 50 meters. So in this case our target is about 988 meters away. So I want to put it here. I want to put the reticle about here in his chest. That should hit him. We can even put it there, and it should hit him in the chest or in the torso. And with a sniper rifle that is this powerful, that is a one-shot kill. So the last step you need to do is press Shift to hold your breath, line up your target, and press shoot. And I missed. Well, there you go. I'm not really sure what happened there, so we'll try again. So I'm just going to line up my reticle, press Shift, and shoot. And there you go. He is dead. I'm not really sure what happened with the first shot. Maybe I moved slightly or something. But he's dead, and the mod is good enough to tell us that he is dead, and the game has been saved automatically for us. So at this point, you can go out of your scope, press M to go to your map, and you can decide which of the 4 remaining targets by going to task you wish to eliminate. And that's it. Super easy sniper mission a very, very good way to get started, and you can always make this harder on yourself by going further distances. Like for me, for example, I could go way back here, or I could go onto one of the mountains way over there to make that a much more difficult shot from, say, 2 kilometers out, 2.5 kilometers out. One last thing before you go: if you're struggling to see the enemies, or the distance isn't rendering for you at a long distance, go into options, video, and just change your overall visibility distance. So my visibility distance is maxed out at 12,000 meters, and objects will appear 4,500 meters in that. So I can see what that means is I can basically see for 12 kilometers, but if I look way out here, objects won't actually render at the top of that hill because it's over 4,500 meters, or 4.5k. That's it. Thanks for watching.